You are biking with Panda on Canada's finest single track. Biking with Panda.
This week's episode of Biking with Panda takes us to the town of Cambridge, Ontario for a much recommended trail system called Puslinch Tract, also known as Twin Ponds for people who have trouble with pronunciation. I hosted a live stream last week and asked where to ride since the weather has been worse than usual. I got the typical response to check this place out as it encourages all-season riding. And like 3-Stage, the internet is correct when they say this area is unmarked and you'd really benefit from a guide. But as long as you've got Trailforks running, you won't get completely lost. Compared to other systems, the trails here are smooth and clean, and it looks like people clear away the leaves. Thank those angels if you know them.
Sorry. Hey.
It's rather important to know that this is a multi-use trail, and traffic goes both ways. For some reason, people love having dogs unleashed out here, so if you've got a fear of them, it's probably best to just ride somewhere else. And I'm not kidding. I was rushed by at least 5 of them in just under an hour. And yeah, I know, the dogs just want to have fun, but so do I. And running over or being attacked by a dog is just not my idea of fun. That said, I wasn't running out of the woods screaming in fear either. The trails aren't difficult in a technical sense, rather they demand a high level of fitness because of the endless climbs. It's really easy to push yourself into the red while attempting to capture that gorgeous flow. Also, I'm sort of surprised that so many people recommend all-season riding here. It's not like the place is trashed, in fact it feels like it's in really good shape. But there's some sections that get you going sideways because of wet clay, and you have to be mindful not to spin out on climbs since it wrecks the surface. Since I rode everything the wrong way, I had to stop here and take a rest. Then, I got my second wind. I wish I could say that once you get over the first bits and all the climbing is done, that it's a brisk downhill run back to the parking lot, but it just isn't so. If you know where you're going and what to expect, you can shift into the right gear at the right time and keep up a decent pace. Not me. I didn't know where I was going or where to expect the climbs or the descents. I was in the wrong gear the entire time. But if I think back, I don't actually remember switching gears at all. I'm sure if I hit that pipe plate, some of those climbs wouldn't have been as bad. I kept passing riders coming the other way. Not a single one hinted that I may have had more fun if I would turn around and follow them instead. There's some climbs here that look impossible to me, but who knows what's possible with a finely tuned XC rider, of which I am not. The one thing I do know is that I kept imagining how much more fun it would be to hug off them than it was to climb up them. By the way, I'm not complaining. I love punishment as much as the next mountain biker, and I'll even ride in the snow. From my limited experience, I saw no jump lines in this trail system, but there are small rollable bump jumps on the ones I did ride. It's just enough for beginners to get a taste of air, and experienced riders can really fly around. Yeah, I lost my second wind and nearly got sick, so I had to rest again and drink some water. By the way, those berms were massive. The camera angle really understates how steep and banked they are. I nearly fell while trying to get over the 3rd or 4th, so you want to make sure you're in the right gear and have some traction to get around. The area's design is a little questionable, because if you were to get stuck in the bottom, there's no way out but to cut straight across, which is a no-no for trail etiquette. I'm not sure when my next exploration video is going to be. I had some transmission problems on the way to Cambridge, and instead of making it worse, I had the truck towed the entire 4-hour way home. It's an automatic, one of the most overcomplicated and issue-prone innovations to ever plague vehicles. I'm thinking of just ripping the damn thing out and swapping it with a standard. I don't really know though. I've been so busy it's hard to tell when I'm going to get around to it. I do have a couple ideas I can produce at home, including a comparison of a low-end Canadian tire bike to my mid-range giant trance. I'm really sorry I didn't get any third-person shots or spend more time here to get better video. That vehicle problem was a burden on my mind the whole time and I just wanted to get home. By the way, the drone footage at the beginning is not from Puslinch Tract. No fly laws prevent me from operating here. Until next time, you know what to do. Go ride.